How are you?
Welcome to our next installment of the Influence of Fair View, as we talk to people who get their testimonies, what God has done for them, and how God's affected their life. And today we're interviewing Bob Cheney. Bob, today I picked you specifically because you're a veteran, and we're celebrating Veterans today and Veterans Day today. So just tell us a little bit about your life, where you come from, and how God has influenced you, and how you ended up here.
Okay, I'm Bob Cheney, and I was in service from 1965, April of 1965 to May of 1966. I spent in Vietnam. I went in service for 15 November 1965. What God has meant to me in my life is you have to trust in God. You put your trust in God. You put your finances in God's hands. You just if you believe in the word that you read, if you try to carry out that beliefs, God will take care of you.
Right.
God will take care of you. You might not get everything you want. You're not going to get everything you want, but He's going to supply you with your needs. Mm-hmm. He's going to supply you with your financial needs. He's going to give you if you trust in God, He's going to give you a good job. He's going to let you prosper. Mm-hmm. And in turn, you need to do your part to the church as an individual. Mm-hmm. I'll briefly speak on my time in the service. I went to Vietnam with a Signal Battalion. When I got there, they was asking for volunteers for this, that, and the other, so I was kind of 19-year-old, 18-and-a-half-year-old, and I wanted to go where the action was happening, I guess you'd say. So I volunteered for an aviation unit, and that's where I landed at. And our job mainly was to bring soldiers out of the field that had been wounded. It was the 85th Tobacco Hospital, and it was a big hospital in a little town called Quy Nhon. There was a big hospital there, and we flew most of the wounded we flew them into there. And as a 19-year-old soldier, you see things, you participate in things that a 19-year-old shouldn't have to participate in. They shouldn't have to be subjected to that kind of whatever. But anyhow, when I was in Vietnam, I don't guess God was in my life. My daddy was a ordained deacon in the Baptist church, a little church in Faulkner. And of course, we was in church from the time we was old enough to go until we got on our own and kind of drifted away. But once you plant that seed, it always comes back to you.
Right.
In time, it'll come back to you. You'll see the need for that. You may not see the need for that at the time in your life, and there'll be a time in your life when you'll drift away. Mm-hmm. And as far as me, in my personal self, I try to do what I think that God wants me to do. Mm-hmm. Be it work at the church, or be it in my personal life, or be it not wanting to hurt anyone's feelings, or try to be friendly with everyone. And this is what God has meant to me. And I have a wonderful wife, just a wonderful Christian woman. And she keeps me in line. She keeps me in line. She's a very dedicated person, to her family, to her church, to her pastor, and to all the organizations she's involved in the church. Yeah. And I love her very much for that.
Right. And Bob, I know that you're behind the scenes in a lot of things. You do a lot of cooking here.
Yes, sir.
Also, you kind of are in charge of our outdoor maintenance, and
yes,
you do a lot of mowing and
yes, sir.
Organize the mowing, and we really appreciate all that you do, because you do put a lot of time and effort. I know I come here a lot of times and you're out working and straightening up and cleaning up, so We appreciate all that you do.
Well, you know, that's just a part. Everybody has a part in the church, and I guess that's my part. That's where I fit in at the best, I guess you would say.
Right.
And if you're not involved in anything in the church, find a place. There's a place for you here in the church.
You can find a place for somebody to mow, can't you?
That's right, yes.
Well, thank you, Bob, for sharing with us today.
You're welcome. God bless you.